Marcelo. Ja. Ja, ja.
Who can say where the road goes, where the
Ook nog
day
sportief. Ja, dat is...
only time.
Oh, nee, dit moet je ook helemaal niet...
Who can say if you love
Oh, wat is dit erg?
as your heart shows only time.
Alright, fuck it, I'm just gonna go simple. Let me pop in the Zynaccino. I mean, if we're gonna, might as well get going, right? We're good?
Yeah, we're all ready.
Oh my gosh. Fucking, I guess we're back. I guess all of a sudden we're back. Boger sent a funny message to the chat the other day. He was like, girl just called me sweetie. Girl just called me sweetie. I didn't think I was back, but I guess I was wrong. Which I thought that was good. Yeah. But I guess we're back. I didn't think we were back, but I guess
sweetie, we're back.
Welcome back to the
Jagaloons
show. So happy to have you. I'll be honest, we're doing this episode pretty soon after our last episode, so we got a little bit to talk about, but this might be on the shorter end of the episode side. So let me pop in as Zynaccino, getting proper
flow state.
Yeah, proper flow state. You had your first day at work. Oh, were you gonna ask me?
Yeah.
What are you gonna ask me? You're gonna ask me how I was doing?
Yeah. How you been?
Hey, I like that. I like we get to talk about me today. I don't know, dude. I've been all right. Last night I had a bit of a moment.
Did you get over that in and out spell you were dealing with?
Oh my gosh, what did I tell you about that? Oh, I was.
It was just at Halloween, yeah.
Dude, it's really insane that in and out is like a enema that's like the wrong. You eat it. It's like you eat an enema and then you just shit everything out. Everything in your whole body.
That's me for like McDonald's, which is why I don't eat anymore.
McDonald's doesn't do that to me. It just makes me. Robbie and I have talked about it, where McDonald's feels like a brick, but it's hollow. Does that make sense? Like it's like
I guess
it's like it's so not real. It feels like you're like stuck, but it's like it feels like there's almost a hole in your stomach. Like it's, that's weird. It's a really weird feeling that McDonald's has, the fullness it has, where it's just like
I just get. It's a fire sale after that. Everything must go.
Dude, McDonald's is the only food that I eat that literally gives me the hot sweats, like, as soon as I finish it. As soon as I finish it, I feel like I'm sick.
Yeah, that's pretty
it's
accurate.
Insane.
Yeah.
I never have had, like, I'll get the most food ever. I'll show you this picture of this amount of food I got the other day because that's so intriguing. I got this for $7. That's a McChicken, a McDouble, 4-piece nugs, small fries, small soda, $7.
With like a deal or just?
So it's there's a meal deal. It's a small McChicken meal for $6, and then I got I customized everything, added a little bit of stuff, and then I used my McDollars, my McPoints, to get an extra cheeseburger.
Did you ever try it? I know you wanted to try that new.
I did. I got what?
The Kaizenat thing, right?
Oh, I guess he's just advertising it. I guess it's not really marketed as like his thing.
That's all I've seen it marketed as.
Yeah, same. But yeah, like
dude, you know what's crazy? Actually,
I did try it.
I've heard people are like, it's good. Like people are actually like, no, it's really like this should be a staple.
It's interesting. The breading they use for it, and I may be wrong about this, but this is what I noticed. I got it twice. The breading they use for it, you know how the breading they use for the nuggets is different than the breading they use for the McChickens?
Yeah.
The breading they use for the patties, for the chicken patties, it's the nugget breading.
Interesting.
So it's like a little crunchier.
It's just like big nuggets.
Yeah, they're huge nuggets. Yeah.
Damn.
It's pretty good.
I always thought like when I used to eat McDonald's like back in like elementary, middle school, I would get the big. I had a phase of like getting the Big Mac. That's like all I would get.
You watched Super Size Me and you were like, yes.
Pretty much. I was like, yeah, this guy, he's doing fine.
You were doing your best job of supersizing yourself as a youngin'.
Not intentionally, but yeah, of course.
Dude, this is so uneven. This is gonna tip over. It's gonna piss me off.
But
sorry.
I always like ever since I tried the Big Mac, I was like, their little like Thousand Island dressing, the sauce that they have
Yeah,
on
the Big Mac sauce, yeah.
like should be available as like dipping sauce, but it's not. It's like a spread. It would never
Yeah.
work, but I always wanted it for the nuggets. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds like it'd be a great sandwich.
Yeah, was that the original burger sauce? Because like all the burger sauces in LA seem like they're modeled after just like a nice Big Mac sauce.
Well, I think the
It's
burgers.
like chopped up pickles and everything.
You know, McDonald's is from here
Okay.
initially, like somewhere in California. So I think burger sauce was always like a West Coast thing.
Okay.
And then like they never called it that. It was always like they called it, I think, like Thousand Island. Like when you like look at like what's on a Big Mac.
When was McDonald's made?
Like the first one,
Yeah.
the 50s.
Oh, that's not a specific answer. Was it before In-N-Out?
I'm not Google. That I don't know.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. That's a good
It's a
Goog.
good-
That's a
yeah.
good FGI. I've been dropping FGI in the chat a lot.
What's
Fucking Google it.
Uh,
Because Boger loves to. If you say anything, Boger will be like, "What's that? Who's that? This, that." It's like, dude, fucking Google it.
yeah. Inform yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Really, that should be everyone's instinct, to be honest. Like, if anyone doesn't know anything, you should always be inclined to Google it, because if you don't know something, you should. If you don't know something and you're curious about it enough to ponder it, then why don't just Google it and find out in 30 seconds?
I think that always should be the solution rather than asking other people, because people are unreliable sources.
Yeah, well, Google can also be an unreliable source.
No,
if
for
we're
sure,
talking
but
that,
like fact check it. Like do your research.
yeah.
Like check things based off of other sources.
Was it you I was telling
Don't
how
just
like?
take somebody's word as gold.
Was it you I was telling about how like my mom used to tell me stuff as a kid that I just like never looked into and just assumed was correct all the time?
I mean, I think that's most kids.
Yeah, I think it's a really common thing
Yeah.
with kids. That was like.
I mean, the classic one is like the not having your like little mirror down or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that's illegal. Or having like the light on
Yeah.
in the car in the back seat.
Yeah.
Like that's illegal. It's like no, never illegal.
So check this out.
As an adult, you can say whatever is illegal.
Well, yeah,
to a
my dad would
kid.
just be like, everyone's gonna die if you don't turn that light off.
Yeah.
Everyone's dying in this car right now. I'm gonna crash and burn if you don't turn that light off.
If he was for real, he should have just crashed the car to teach you a lesson.
How far
A
is?
lesson.
Where is San Bernardino?
San Bernardino. It's like 45 minutes, an hour away.
All right, so the first McDonald's was created.
It's real close to you.
The first McDonald's was created in San Bernardino in May of 1940, May 15th to be exact. The first
Some
In-N-Out.
old-ass burgers.
The first In-N-Out was made. Fuck, what just happened? My phone's getting older and older.
You know what's interesting?
The first In-N-Out was made in 1948, but
1940 is
19
when McDonald's came about, right?
1940, May 15th, 1940, San
You
Bernardino,
think,
California. San Bernardino, California, 1940,
You
May
think
15th.
burgers came back here after some people went over to Germany? Or some German people came
We had
came this
burgers
way?
though. We had burgers before then.
I mean, they just weren't that popular.
People weren't just munching burgers in like saloons and shit.
I don't know. It's a good question.
I bet you there was some people just like going to their Laurel
Like
Tavern.
we don't know a life without fast food.
There was some dudes just going to the saloon equivalent of Laurel Tavern and just crushing a burg.
You never know.
Crushing the bloodiest roast beef ever.
Yeah, just raw.
Just raw, just
Yeah.
cut straight off the cow. So the first In-N-Out was October 22nd, 1948 in Baldwin Park. So, yeah.
That's like right here.
You know Baldwin Park, I think it might be after Lucky Baldwin, that pedophile I wrote that 5 minutes on.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
He founded like a lot of this. He founded like Pasadena, or was like had part in founding Pasadena, or just did it in Arcadia. Was like his whole ranch is where Arcadia is now. Which I see right next to me. I went to
I mean, a lot of the naming of LA, like all of Griffith, like Griffith was not a good guy.
They're all bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huntington, or yeah.
The reason that all
He's
of
bad guy too.
Griffith is like all of that, the park, the observatory, that's all public land now because Griffith murdered his wife. And
Really?
to like get out of it, he essentially just like gave all of his land to the city.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Baldwin was just like an old perv who like would marry 16-year-olds and then cheat on them, and they'd try to kill him.
Yeah.
2 women tried to shoot him. One of them did shoot him. He lived.
Aim higher.
So that part's pretty sick. I told
or just better. I don't know.
at an open mic, you know this, at an open mic that's like
Yeah.
pretty openly pro LGBT. So comes with all that would offer. All the audience members and comedians are
A little more woke.
a little more woke, but I mean they're still funny. They're a lot of funny. There's
Utter woke nonsense.
there's a little bit of utter woke nonsense sometimes, but it's almost the more I went there, I realized
At least it's not Rodri winning fucking Ballon d'Or. That's utter
that
woke
is
nonsense.
truly utter woke nonsense. But no, there's a little bit of utter woke nonsense. But I'll be honest, the pendulum is almost swinging in that community too, where it's like edgy and funny to be like to talk about that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, talk about the utter woke nonsense like as it's utter woke
Right.
nonsense. But I did that whole 5 minutes about that guy being a pedophile, and I tied it in. Like I purposely wrote in jokes. Like I made a joke about how peacocks are. I've been calling them peacocks. They're actually called peafowl. I've been misgendering them my whole life. Pretty sure everyone does.
So peacock is the male.
Peacock is the male. Peahen is the female. But
Peafowl just means in general.
yeah,
Peacock's just fun.
peacocks. Everyone just knows peacocks. No one's ever called a peacock a peafowl in my
Do you
life.
think
around me.
NBC, its logo is the peacock because actually NBC probably started in New York City. I was wondering if it started out here. Maybe it was because they had that peacock population. They were like, "That's a good logo."
Maybe, or yeah, I don't know, but I think I think the males are the ones that have the big, beautiful feathers, and that's like how they, you know what I'm saying, how they lure in their victims. Yeah. So
Victims.
Yeah, I mean,
Mates.
there's no way. But birds, have you ever watched bird sex? It's
I mean,
it's
all-
highly non-consensual.
All animal sex seems quite non.
Highly non-consensual.
I
Dude.
mean, lions. The female sometimes is like, you're doing this now.
Yeah, dude, they get frisky. They like bite ass.
Yeah, they bite the nuts.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty wild. It's actually uncomfortable sometimes. It's almost like I was watching Blade Runner, and I was watching what is the other movie with Harrison Ford where he's sexually aggressive? Or maybe I was watching a different movie with someone who's sexually aggressive. I forget what it was. I don't know. It's
Sexually
always
aggressive. Harrison
yeah.
Ford.
Yeah, dude. Harrison Ford in Blade Runner,
You know what?
That scene where he has sex with the replicant. You haven't seen Blade Runner?
Yeah.
The scene where he has sex with the replicant in Blade Runner 1, it's the original. It seems very non-consensual. He's like slamming her up against the wall and shutting the door on her and shit, not letting her out of the apartment.
Yeah.
A little strange. I don't think
It's just two robots, though, at the end of the day.
Harrison Ford's supposed to be a replicant too.
Yeah.
See, I still watched both movies and I still wasn't sure if they ever like totally clarified that.
You know, Gosling is too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
What the fuck? Yeah.
I mean,
he
they
thought he
lay
was
it,
a child.
they lay it
I get-
on quite.
Yeah, I get that. For 45 minutes, I mean, I'm spoiler alert, but for 45 minutes of the movie, I was like,
Yeah, spoilers for a movie that's
Yeah.
10 years old and 40 years old now.
So, we were talking about it at after this open mic the other night, and this guy was like, "Oh, spoiler alert!" And I was like, "Yeah, dude,
Spoiler alert.
it's 8 years old." Dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole time I was like, so sure that someone was talking about how they predicted. Oh, he's saying some guy was saying he watched it with his wife for the first time. He loves the movie, and he's watching Fight Club. Sorry, I'm all around. He was watching Fight Club with his wife, and he said like within 5 minutes, his wife was like, so Brad Pitt's not real, huh? Is that the thing? Is that what the?
She had to have known that beforehand.
You know, it seems like she probably read the description.
Well, there's certain things too. Like it's just like I feel like you can have not seen a single Star Wars movie in your life and know that Darth Vader is Luke's
Sure,
father.
I mean, Luke, I'm your father is.
Exactly. But like
Classic.
there's just like a lot of things with like movies, especially that are older now, like 20 plus years older, that cultural osmosis just ruins anything. Like
Yeah.
Sixth Sense. Pretty much everybody,
Yeah, I see
even
dead
if they
people.
haven't seen the movie, knows that Bruce will.
Yeah, Bruce Willis's dead.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's
Been dead the whole time.
Yeah.
Donnie Wahlberg shot him.
I've never even seen it. I've never seen Sixth Sense.
So you knew it, right?
Yeah, I knew
Okay,
Bruce
cool.
Willis was dead. What if I was just like, dude, spoiler alert?
No, I didn't know.
But yeah, he was saying that, and then I was like, there are some people who really do have that sense of just like knowing exactly what the fuck the facade is in the movie. But like I was
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
Blade Runner 2, I was watching Blade Runner 2049, and the whole time I was like, damn, Gossel's the kid, and I was like, oh wait, maybe it's her, or like maybe it's her, and then eventually I was like, oh, it's the girl who makes the good memories that was separated from her family at 8. It's like that's I mean, yeah, they're talking about this.
Yeah, as much as I like Denis Villeneuve, it's not my favorite movie. 2049.
I liked it.
It's good.
I think it was. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's good.
Like
but-
obviously the shots are crazy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Jared Leto's not good.
Jared Leto's terrible, but Gosling is the best.
I can't wait for people to like look back and be like, why did we let Jared Leto just run amok?
Yeah.
Like, he's not good. He's
No,
objectively not good.
He is not good. I will say he passed in Dallas Buyers Club, but it's been a while since I saw that.
Yeah.
I mean, and him dressing like a woman is the most fitting role he could possibly have. I mean, like, he is a woman. He
Yeah,
even
I
acts,
mean,
have you seen him, how he acts in real life?
no.
He's very feminine. I would
I
describe
mean, that
it
wouldn't
as feminine.
surprise me.
But I don't know. Maybe I don't know anything, and maybe I'm just projecting because I'm so feminine.
I don't know. It's
I'm
just
so-
every movie I've seen him in, he's overacting
Did you start a timer by the
so
way?
much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, he just
And I
sucked.
love like pretty much every movie he's in, but not him.
He's just not convincing. I mean, except
Never,
for, I
never.
think Suicide Squad is the second worst movie of all time.
Yeah,
And it's a lot to do with him.
a lot.
Uh,
But that movie was a shit show to begin with.
I think we've talked about this before, right?
Making that PG-13 was dooming it to begin.
Sure. I forgot that was even the case, dude. It makes sense. Got to be rated R, dude. But
It's a
now
movie
they're,
about
they're
it.
even ruining rated R now. Now rated R movies are like tacky and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm tired of the Deadpool effect.
Yeah.
where
It'll
it's
go
like,
away.
You can be as gory and like camp, or as like you can like curse and like be as gory as you want, but like you're gonna be camp and like fun, and it's still kind of a kids movie, and it's like, no, I don't want this.
Yeah, I was talking to
Pick a
someone that
lane.
described the first Blade Runner as camp. And I was like, I don't know what that means. I don't even know what that means, and I don't agree with it.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
Um,
I wouldn't agree with that.
yeah. But anyways, what were we talking about originally? I don't know. Gospel Man's the man, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, when he screams, he's like, "God damn it!"
I know.
It's so funny, and I realized that the girl is the one, and I was like, that's probably so funny for her to be like, chill out, dude, it ain't you.
Yeah. Yeah, you thought.
Yeah, he thought you were fucking sick.
There's a
and
movie. Speaking
tortured.
of not today, but several days ago, Michael Pitt. There's a movie with him and Gosling and Sandy B that I've heard of it before, but I just came across it again like yesterday, and I was like, damn, I really need to watch this movie. Mostly because it's the three of them. But yeah, Murder by Numbers.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be nice? Like a thriller or something?
Yeah, it's a thriller. Two gifted high school students execute a perfect murder, then become engaged in an intellectual contest with a seasoned homicide detective.
Sandy Bully is the homicide detective.
And Michael Pitt and Ryan Gosling are the.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I like the thought of that.
You know, after this movie, Gosling and Sandy B started dating.
No kidding.
He was like 12, 13 years younger than her.
Beat the case.
Yeah. Must have. Yeah. Don't need to watch the movie anymore.
Now Sandy Bully's got a case to beat at that point. I will say it's surprising. He always has had a thing for older women, dude.
Seems like it,
He's
yeah.
with Eva Mendes now. Who's like 9 years older than him or something, 7 years older.
Something like that, man.
Gotta love celebrity gossip.
Yeah, you know, that's
Gotta
my thing.
love me some good celebrity gossip.
So utter woke nonsense. The Ballon d'Or means nothing anymore, right?
I never cared.
I mean,
The Ballon d'Or
I was
means-
like, I never like put that much like weight on it, but like I was like seeing like who would win. But I guess the last like 3 years have really been just like, nobody really cares at this point.
Yeah, dude. I'm more concerned when it comes to voting. I'm more concerned about who you put on that ballot last night.
I mean, we'll just have to find out.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You put Scamala.
I don't know.
Scamala. She scammed everybody into believing she's black. I was thinking about that last night. I don't think anyone's ever called her Scamala.
I'm sure people have.
It's so funny though. I was thinking I
Yeah.
was in the McDonald's drive-thru and I was like, Scamala.
It was Trump there handing you your food.
And it's just
Yeah.
It wasn't my food. I was delivering it to someone who didn't tip or something. I don't know, but yeah, I thought that would have been funny because Trump calls her like Kamabla or something, which I don't understand. I haven't looked into what that's supposed to mean. I'm sure it's something racist, but it's funny regardless.
Yeah, I think you just can't pronounce a lot of things.
I think Scamala is way funnier.
It rolls off the tongue a bit
It's
better.
nice. You see the snaps I sent to the
Yeah.
group chat?
I had some time to peruse
Yeah,
the
I
8
was having
snaps
fun.
that you sent me.
I was having fun. I will go off for the viewers. I will go off sometimes on Snapchat in a moment of boredom and send 50 million different snaps.
The filters are just fun.
Filters are so fun, dude.
That's the only thing I use Snapchat for anymore.
Just to rattle
Just
off
checking out the filters, yeah.
rattle off some fun stuff, dude.
Yeah.
You see the one with the big nose, and I was like, actually, big noses are quite handsome.
I gotta say, I kind of just clicked through them.
Oh, dude, they're good, dude. It's all about the dialogue in
I was
those.
a little preoccupied.
It's all about the dialogue.
You see, Marcelo got dropped by Fluminense or whatever.
What? What do you do?
here.
Broke another dude's leg in half?
No, Jesus Christ,
Dude,
is
that video
intense.
is terrible.
Yeah. I hate that video.
Yeah.
I
He
think
straight
Marcelo hates
stomped
it
on
too.
that fucking
yeah.
guy's leg.
No, he like. I can't even really tell like what the disagreement is about, but he's about to get subbed on, and the manager's like giving him like tactics, like talking to him on the sideline, and he's literally just going like this. Here, I'll just show you.
He's just
So the manager just goes, "All right, no, you're not getting subbed on." Here.
I wonder what the dispute is about. What the fuck?
Yeah, he subbed on somebody else. The next day, the club announced that his contract expired 2 months before it was supposed to.
You know, the question is which one of them was ego tripping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of them was just being a bitch.
Well, there's this. I don't know if this is Photoshopped, but I also saw this.
Dude, I bet it's not Photoshop. That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, the next day the club was like, it's become a mutual agreement that Marcelo and the club will split 2 months before his contract is set to expire.
It sucks, dude. I love Marcelo.
He's a legend. He's
Legend.
like probably, as far as like who I've actually seen play, the best left back in the like.
Yeah, I just think that I'm a Barcelona fan, so I never liked anyone on Madrid. But
You like Brazil?
yeah, I like Brazil, but like when I saw Marcelo play for Madrid more than anything else, and like he was the one player who I was like, all right.
Demolished.
Yeah, as the one guy I'd be like, all right, that guy's awesome.
Yep.
He wasn't like a pest either. He was just good. I mean, he was a pest because he was good, but he wasn't like a dick like Carvajal.
No.
Like Carvajal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, he literally he played at the time where Madrid had Pepe and Ramos in defense.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to do anything.
It's true. He
Like
wasn't a
aggressor.
bruiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just had to be good.
Yeah.
He had to be a finesser, not an aggressor.
Exactly.
Speaking of finesser, you see that picture I sent you of that Sophia Smith card I have?
Oh yeah.
The
yeah.
tally, dude. 115 goal. I'm just tearing boys up on Ultimate Team, dude.
Yeah.
I'll just like crush.
In
24? What about it?
it's just nobody's playing it right now.
There are people playing it, dude.
I know.
I mean, I lose
But
sometimes.
not the good people.
I lose sometimes, but I mean, dude, some of the good people are the poor people. The poor people are some of the best players. You know what I'm saying? The rich people are usually not the best players.
Oh, I know, but I will play against people with like 82 rated squads, and they're the best.
Yeah, they're so it's.
But they still have the new game.
Yeah, it's true. They got a little bit of money.
Yeah, like
They
$50.
got enough money in the favela to get together and buy 24,
I
25.
don't think I'm playing anybody in favelas in Los Angeles. I'm on local matchmaking.
Yeah, somewhere in a favela, somewhere. There's
Yeah,
a dude
you
on
know.
Skid Row in a fucking burnt down trailer just whooping your
Yeah,
ass.
there's a little tenant, you think? Yeah.
Um,
On his PlayStation Portal.
yeah. Dude, it's oh shit. It is interesting, dude. Sometimes
That's the dumbest thing, by the way.
huh.
PlayStation Portal.
Well, what is that?
It's a thing that's
what I'm
like,
about.
it's essentially a screen that's connected by like two halves of a PS5 controller. And it looks like a brand new like PSP. Like when I first saw it, I was like, this is sick. It's just a new PSP. And they're like, no, it's just a companion device. And it's $250 or something like that. Or like $300.
So you have
It's
to
a
have a PS5?
You have to have a PS5, and it has to be on, like you can't even take it on like the plane. You can't take it on vacation. It has to be on your home Wi-Fi.
Oh,
Yeah.
they'll fix that.
Who
They'll
knows?
fix that
I don't,
eventually.
I'm not too
They
bothered
have
about
a thing that you can play. You can play it mobily. Like my brother plays. He used to play his PS4 like at our house.
Yeah.
I don't know
no,
what that
know.
is, but they have
yeah.
some. They have some you could do that.
But I think it has to be on another device, right?
Well, he would play it from his laptop. He'd stream it from his PS4 at home, but he'd play it on his laptop, off his laptop.
Interesting.
I don't know what the device is called, or I don't know if maybe it was a separate device too. It was when I was.
Yeah.
It was quite a while ago, and my brother doesn't come home when that out.
I mean, I'm sure there's like something I could get that would do the same thing, some device, but
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah, it's not the PlayStation Portable either, or whatever the fuck Portal.
Well, I just don't. I don't need to be playing video games in more places than I'm
Yeah.
already playing it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I've been trying to play Red Dead, but it's like I got to look up how to get money easily because like I'm doing these missions
know.
and shit with randoms, but like I just get like $10, $15.
Yeah.
I don't understand how to get money easily by
That's
myself.
why I played online for like a week and a half, 2 weeks straight, and then realized like, oh, I'm making like $200 after all of this. I started doing like the.
It makes me sick to even think about playing.
What's
video
like the
games, dude.
scavenger thing, like the where you find the artifacts? That lady, like the Madame
Yeah.
Zeroni lady.
Yeah, yeah.
She's the easily like the best way to make money.
Okay. I met her, but I haven't done any of the missions.
Just Google where all this stuff is. There's
Yeah.
literally like a map that updates like every 24 hours because they change the locations of the artifacts
okay.
every day.
Yeah.
And there's an updated map, like a link that I found on Reddit. That's just a map that updates with the game every like 24 hours.
It's crazy. There's people just spazzing finding those every single day. It's ridiculous. What a waste of time.
No, like I can't imagine it.
But yeah, dude, your video games kind of just make me sick after a while right now. Maybe it's just because I have the Zynaccino in, but just thinking about them is making me sick.
Yeah.
The Zynaccinopolizers, by the way, dude, I've been fucking. I had one. I got to be a couple brews deep to really not like feel the effect. But if I take one of these a couple brews deep, like I truly don't even feel it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a nice little like, kind of levels you out a bit.
Yeah, with
Like, especially if you're like, I need to cut back on drinking a bit. It's nice to pop in one of those, and it just like kind of keeps the buzz going.
they're growing on me for sure.
Yeah, it's too much. Too much.
It is too much. You got a fucking army of them.
I've got an arsenal. Yeah.
You're never gonna stop having the Zynaccinopolizers in.
At this rate, I will.
The Velicholopolises.
Yeah, this is the real Swedish ones. The real Ibras.
Duty free shop. What else, dude? I told this joke. I forget if I showed you. I told this joke where I was like, was talking about how like I prefaced it with I was like, yeah, like I don't talking about dating, and then I was like, yeah, like I don't know. I don't think I would date someone based off who they vote for. Did I tell you that one? I did it in a room. I did it at the Barclay, which is a very politically separated room, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'd date someone based off who they vote for. I was like if she ain't voting for Yeezy, I don't know if. I was like, I'm not trying to hit any or something. I don't know. I was like, I'm fucking it up. But I was like, if she's not voting for Kanye, we're done. And I was like, if she's got no Yeezy in her balado, I'm not trying to fuck anymore. And I just moved on. Dude, I delivered it so perfectly, and then I tried to do it the next, like 2 days later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, dude. When I hosted a mic on Friday.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Not good.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I just suck as a host. I don't have the energy for it. Also, like, if I bomb,
Were you hosting or co-hosting?
I was hosting too. I was co-hosting, but I went first, and I did my set first, and I just ate shit. Like I
Yeah,
bombed.
it's fine.
I also like did the same set. I invited a bunch of people on Wednesday. By a bunch of people, I mean like 3-4 people, and they all came on Friday. So they all had seen the set I just did.
Oh, okay.
And so like half the room knew what I was gonna do.
There's
Like-
6 people?
No, it was not a lot though. It was maybe like 14.
Was
15
this
people.
the place that you hosted on Friday? Was this a place you've been before?
It's a coffee shop, yeah.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
the Arcadia one?
It's Sierra Madre, yeah, right above Arcadia. But yeah, it's cities change every block in this fucking city.
That area is just Pasadena.
Yeah. What's it called though? Yeah, I just ate shit, dude. I came out. My first joke is pretty funny, but like I just was so nervous when we got there late. My co-host, I mean, not to throw it under the bus, but she got there late. We were supposed to get there 20 minutes early to like set up and
yeah.
get stuff together. And when we got there, she got there late, and I didn't know there was gonna be people. I don't know there was gonna be people there already. So she got there late. I thought she had the key and she was gonna open the door, so I couldn't get in. So I got there like 10 minutes early. I just waited in the parking lot, and then when we pulled up, there was already like 8 people there, like waiting to sign up, waiting for us to show up and set up stuff. So it was like
Jeez.
It's kind of a shit show. So I
Yeah,
get there
yeah.
and then we can't find stuff, and like I nervously have to get everything set up, and like I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to run time and do the light, and also do music in between, and also host, and also not worry about my set. It was just way too stressful. Dude. It was insane. But
Sounds like that could have had a factor in the set not going great.
oh, it definitely did. I was nervous as shit. But I did come out. I was like, I fucked up everything. The first thing I say is, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm pretty tired. You guys ever take an hour nap for 4 hours? I was like, you guys ever take an hour nap and you wake up with muscular dystrophy because it's been 7 years? I was like, you ever take an hour nap and your house is an apartment complex now because your landlords died and they gentrified your building while you were living in it? And it's like, I told that whole bit I started, and instead of saying an hour nap, I go, you guys ever take a nap for 4 hours? And everybody's like, woo, yeah. It's like,
Fuck yeah, dude, that's a
there's
long-ass nap.
It's no joke at all. Yeah, I just proceeded to eat shit, dude.
I mean, yeah, what are you going to do?
Sometimes, dude, it's tough because if you leave out just one small word, it just
for
fucks up
sure.
the whole word economy of the joke.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Anyway, should we see what Lennon's is up to?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Do you want Mike and Ike's?
We do.
Get some
Mike
Mike
and
and
Ike's.
What up, boys? In the bathroom at Trader Joe's, just hanging out. I'm here grocery shopping. Just got back from the great state of Michigan, and now I'm in the great state of depression. We're gonna be sending you guys some lovely pictures of how awesome of a drive it was. But I got to buy legal weed for the first time. Didn't know that you just go into these places and they're just like, hey, take a free joint. Take whatever you want. It was pretty awesome.
I've never been to a dispensary like that.
Did not bring any back to Indiana because I was scared and I don't want to get arrested. I've gone 27 years not getting arrested when I probably should have many times over. But yeah, what was your guys' first time like buying legal weed? Because once again, it was just such a crazy experience to me.
It's just hard cut off, dude. It seemed like he was like totally open, talking out loud in the Trader Joe's the whole time, and then eventually he was like, all right, I gotta stop this.
You see him lick his lips at the end there?
Yeah. Little stick of the tongue. Dude, my first time buying legal weed was in Colorado when I was visiting you, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it was
did
at
we
the
go to a
14er.
recreational shop?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
14er, I think,
yeah.
was the first dispensary I was ever in.
My first time was my freshman year, but I had to,
Oh, there goes that light, I guess.
well,
Just happened.
oh no, here, let me fix it. Oh.
But yeah, it was weird. I remember I was very uncomfortable and I didn't know where to go or stand or walk or anything. And 14er's like kind of small, right? Like you just go back to that back counter and that's, yeah.
It's quite small.
Yeah.
I miss it.
It's dead, the light?
Yeah, it died. I
Um,
usually have them plugged in the whole time. I've just been using them without plugging them in the last few times. I haven't charged them in between. Yeah, no, mine was my first day at Boulder. I had a roommate that was a sophomore, the weirdest guy in the world, and he was
his name,
like
Bob or Ted or something?
Calvin.
Calvin. Yeah, that's just a weird name.
So my family's nickname for him, because when I like got the message being like, here's your roommate, like your randomly assigned roommate, like, and they like sent us each other's like phone numbers and like Facebook info or whatever. And I texted him or messaged him somewhere. And I was like, hey man, like just wanted to introduce myself. Like, where are you from?
He was just being a nice guy.
I was being a nice guy. Yeah. And I'm like, also like, just wanted to check, like I'm bringing a TV. I'm bringing a Keurig. Like what kind of stuff are you bringing so we don't like have like too much or whatever. And he was like, hey, I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm bringing a crock pot. That was our entire exchange before meeting each other. And so everybody in my family called him Crockpot Cal, like leading up to meeting him. Then they met him and they were like, yeah, we don't ever want to see Crockpot Cal again.
He was a neurodivergent gentleman, huh?
Probably. He like hung out with me and my friend Josh for like the longest time, like a month and a half, 2 months into like our freshman year.
Was he like socially normal or like?
Yeah,
I mean,
we were like freshmen, and he was a sophomore, and he was like, yeah, you guys can come over to like my friend's house. Like we went over to this one dude's house who we talked to him much more than Calvin did. Like he was some more so on a spectrum than other people were.
Calvin?
Yeah, but not like very badly. Like he was very conversive and like very social for the most part. And then he got to a point like wintertime where he never left our room.
Yeah, I was bummed I never got to meet that fella.
Yeah.
Would have enjoyed it.
Real shame. But he bought me edibles the first day. And then I stopped wanting to go through him after like 2 or 3 times. And so I just got my own medical card.
Were you suspecting him of trickery?
No, maybe a bit upcharging me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little trickery.
But that wasn't the issue. I was just like, one, I wanted to go to a dispensary. Like that, I wanted to do that. But also, I was just like, I want to also have the accessibility to like just go on my own and not have to like wait for him. Because I also felt bad asking him for like too much at a time.
Yeah.
Because also it was like once I like made more than like one friend, it was like 3, 4, 5 of us asking him for shit.
You couldn't get in because you weren't 21?
Well, they I don't even know if I think they had recreational like the year I think I went out there.
In Colorado?
21 was
okay.
recreational. But you could be 18 and get a medical card.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I went and got a medical card. We actually, I think me and my friend took an Uber, or we took the bus all the way to like Broomfield, which is like halfway in between Boulder and Denver, and went to this like shady little doctor's
you gotta
office.
do, dude.
And like waited for like there's packed with people like renewing their cards, or because also like there's a bunch of like older people. There's like a couple of their like college age kids, but it was mostly like people in like their 30s, 40s, 50s, because in Colorado especially, I think it was pretty much everywhere that had both medical and recreational, but medical was a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it's complete horseshit. You could go into like, they're doing it in Florida now too, where it's I think it's only recreation or only medicinal, I think.
Yeah.
And you can go into just a shady doctor's office and be like, yeah, I have asthma. And they'll be like, yeah, smoke this.
Exactly.
That'd
That's
be
why I
all
literally
better.
was like, I do have asthma.
Yeah.
And he was like, great.
Yeah, I have bronchitis. It's like, okay, here, smoke these joints.
I mean, my friend,
ridiculous.
my friend Josh literally just was like, yeah, I got some back pain.
Yeah, you could do that.
And they literally just like pushed on his back. He's like, does that hurt? And he's like, yep. Yeah. Like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, first time buying weed's fun, and then you like start doing it like in different states, and you're like, wait a second, 40% tax here? Wait, 35% tax here?
Yeah,
It's
California
like, Jesus
sucks.
Christ.
I miss Colorado prices
Chicago's
so much.
Illinois is the worst.
Oh, yeah,
Illinois is like
Illinois is
43%
so bad.
tax. It's crazy.
Illinois is so bad.
It's like a third of it's like more than a third of
the price
the price.
is the tax.
So,
yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people in Indiana, if they have Illinois is a lot closer. Like Danville is the closest place.
Michigan, baby.
But Michigan's the much better
Michigan's
option.
so cheap, dude. You know the weed market in Michigan is like crashed basically. Where
Yeah, I think Michigan is the cheapest state, followed by Colorado.
I had a buddy who was growing out in Michigan for like years, and he was like working for different farms. I think.
I know.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say his name. You know him though. But
Is he possibly a fan of this show?
I think he might be. I don't know if he watches this every episode, but he definitely follows the pages. But he was growing out there, and then it's like basically he had to move back because he was growing like the nicest weed, and it became more expensive to grow the weed than to sell it than what he could sell it for.
I met so many people in Colorado. Like once I got older and like went to like weed like events and stuff that came out from Michigan, and they're like, yeah, like I worked at every like the nicest like grows and like extraction companies, and they just like every like 2 months they'd have to be like, yeah, we can't afford any more people.
Yeah. It's wild, but you can get some cheap ass shit there, dude. It's awesome. My
As a consumer, yeah, it's a great state.
one of my brothers will go there and get like thousands of milligrams of gummies at once and just drive them back to Illinois.
Indiana.
No, Illinois.
Oh,
Kind of giving away which brother that is, but yeah.
But yeah, the first time you go in, it's like it's Willy Wonka.
It's
you know?
weird shit, yeah.
It's amazing. It's like the greatest thing possible.
It's weird. You go into like it seems like a medical. Some of them will seem like a medical office, and it just reeks of Kushal Patel.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Some are like next to like attorneys' offices and like tax offices, and
yeah.
some look like Apple stores, and those I don't like as much.
Dude, the worst are the ones that are just like a unmarked building with a green cross.
Oh,
on it.
yeah, yeah.
Those are all over California. It's like
Those
the
are, yeah.
dingiest. You feel like you're gonna get robbed in the
I know,
fucking
yeah.
place. Yeah, that's cool though. Jack finally got to experience legal weed. That's one thing. That's like one of those things that when you come to California, you know, the first time I was in California, I was 18, and I think
Oh,
that-
yeah.
yeah, we couldn't get a club card, so we were still buying it like on the street. We had to go to like Haight Street and shit and buy it off homeless
Yeah.
people. It was wild. I
How
remember
the
one
times
time
have
we bought.
changed.
Yeah, one of the times, because I came here right after high school, so it was the summer after high school, and we bought. I was smoking a lot back then, and we bought weed from like these kids. Somehow we got sent to these kids, and these kids sold us like trim, like,
In like Golden Gate Park.
no, it was like in the suburbs where Playa Peso lived. And like we got sent to these kids because he like in California, bro, everyone knows everyone, especially the kids growing up.
The rolling hills of.
Yeah, what's that?
It was a bad Irish accent because he lives in a place that's
Oh yes,
pretty much from Ireland.
yes. You know that place is like number one, most likely to get bombed in all of America. Dublin. It's like one of the, if not still, it was at one point the most likely place to get bombed by like Russia because it's like a huge military base there.
Yeah, I guess that would be a good area because it's also a lot of like Silicon Valley people.
Yeah,
It's like a lot of tech stuff there.
it's mostly because they have like a huge military base. I think they store nuclear weapons there as well.
Yeah. Sabrina obviously grew up right next to there. And
Yeah.
she's like, you don't go there.
Yeah. Why?
It's just out of like the 5 major cities that's in like that area of the bay. She's like, that's just the worst of the 5.
I mean, it's really
It's-
nice.
No, I know that whole area is like very
Yeah.
very affluent.
It's like nicer than Carmel. Like still today, it's nicer.
No, Dublin's not.
You been there?
Yes.
It's nicer than dude. Suburbs like that are what Carmel has modeled their whole restructure off of. Carmel
I
has
don't
modeled their
think
whole
so.
restructure off California suburbs.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
It's for sure. It's you can see it if you drive. If you like walk through the city, you drive on the streets. Even like with the, you know how like in California, like suburbs, they'll have like the broad lights. Especially in Dublin, I remember seeing like they had these like the traffic lights were attached to like these big black poles instead of like just on wires. They'd be attached to like big black poles that would stretch over. They would like arch
yeah,
over.
yeah.
Like that shit. That's gonna be in Carmel eventually. That shit that's like been in a lot of California suburbs. That's like
No.
one small example.
Carmel eventually will have no traffic lights.
Oh, there goes that one. Speaking of lights, I mean, yeah, it'll because it's all roundabouts. Dude,
I gotta tell you, I probably already mentioned this, but I'll wait till I'm actually back on the mic to answer this. Or to say this. But yeah, that was like the craziest thing about driving in France is it's all roundabouts. And so I was like, oh, I'm fine. This is my thing.
they're tiny though, huh?
No, they're much bigger than
They're bigger?
Carmels. They're
Oh, okay.
huge.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's like 8 exits.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, this is great. This is what I know. And then driving in the car with my dad, who also lives in Indiana.
Yeah.
But now doesn't live in Carmel, I guess that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
But has lived in Carmel for a long time. Every roundabout, you'd be like, where the fuck am I going? Where do I go? And it's like, dude, just read the signs. Like, you know how to do a roundabout. You'd be like coming to complete stops. I'm like, you know to yield. Like, you know how to do a roundabout. It's the same thing.
Yeah, dude. Roundabouts strike fear into old people. I mean, your dad's not old, but like my grandma is like deathly afraid of roundabouts. Like even the
Yeah,
simplest,
I don't
smallest
understand.
roundabouts.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I wouldn't be, neither of us would be like the best judge because we've grown up with them.
Yeah.
But I think they're like the simplest thing to comprehend.
Yeah, I'd say
They make
yeah.
life so much simpler.
I've definitely been in some complicated roundabouts, but I think like
I think
six-way.
they should have
intersections-
kind of the arrows painted because some people still don't understand. You don't ever turn left,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
What time are we at? What are we looking at?
think we're probably like at 40.
So let's get into pitches.
Oh, I got one more little clip.
Okay, yeah. Let's see this clip and then we'll get into pitches.
It's another football-related one. The boy, Jose, got a little
W.E.B. Du Bois.
too overzealous.
Jesus Christ. Did he
Took
hurt
a big old
himself?
tumble. Huh?
What happened? Did Fenerbahce win their league or something?
They just won the game, I think, on a last-minute winner.
Dude, I love Jose, man.
He's the best.
That clip of him just being such a fucking sarcastic guy where he's like, he had one eye on me and one eye on the pitch.
That's why he's the best ref in the world.
Yeah, that's why he's one of the best in the world.
The peripheral range.
So
to
good,
have one
dude.
eye on the ball and one eye on me
Dude.
at a 90-degree angle. That's why he's the best.
This is why he's the best. Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, I love Jose.
Who do you think in the world of soccer is the best at giving press conferences?
Jose.
Okay, player-wise. Eber or Holland, probably.
Yeah, I love Holland right now, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's
Holland at Dortmund, though, before he learned proper English, was unruly.
I probably would have, and yeah, I
Well,
probably
I
would
guess
have.
that's not true. He grew up in England.
He just
but
didn't want to answer anything because
he's
he was
like-
all obvious.
He's like, yeah, it's kind of shit.
yeah,
That's the best one.
yeah. No, he'd be like, how'd you feel you did? And he's like, oh, I did. I know the best. I don't know. Holland would just be like short and stuff.
Yeah.
But the best is Eber when he was young. He'd be like, I think I did fine. I think also I did fine today, or whatever the fuck he says when he's like, I think I did. Oh, because they're trying to say he didn't play well this game. He's like, I think I played well that game. I think I played well this game. I think this. I think that.
Dude, whenever he was he at Malmo
this
or what was the first club he was at? Even then, at 17, dude, he had the same confidence that he's always had. That's why he's the best.
The Zynaccinopolizers overstayed its welcome. God damn, boy. Did you fart?
No,
Bro, it smells
I think it's the couch. We got to
Something
Febreze the
smells
couch.
like straight farts over here, dude. Yeah, that's great. Jose's the best. I hope he's not hurt. I hope he didn't hurt himself in that.
No,
But,
he'll be fine. He'll bounce back.
But I'd say it's about that time we get into pitches. How?
I still think it sounds too much like a freight elevator.
I mean, sure it does, but it's an escalator.
I understand.
There's no time to question it. It seems like it's growing on you though, which I like to see. I
just like the use of the buttons. I went first last time, I think.
You went first? Okay. I will go first. All right. This is my pitch. In this comedy, a Down syndrome coffee shop is a front for an operation ran by the Russian mob. When an old hitman for the mob starts losing his finesse in the field, he is reassigned to operations manager of the shop. It's called Coffee Time.
That's pretty good.
I think it's
Pretty
pretty
good.
funny, dude. I think it'd be pretty funny.
So where is the shop?
It'd be let's say
It's in the U.S.?
make it in Ohio, yeah.
Okay.
It's in Ohio. It's in a small town in Ohio.
And so did they open it or did they just buy it as a front?
No, they opened it. Yeah.
They opened it being like, we're going to hire.
Yeah, it'll never get suspected. It's too charitable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like a young kind of Russian
No, he's old.
mob? Okay.
He's an old guy. He's getting shitty in the field. So they're like, we're just gonna
No,
put you-
I'm saying like the boss. The boss.
Yeah, I'll say the boss. I think it would even be funny if he
It'd be funny if it was like
he gets sent
the
from
son
Russia.
of the Russian boss that is now taking over, and he's the one that reassigns this guy.
I would add a new element to it.
And he's the one whose idea was to open up the coffee shop in general, and he just kind of, not that that's he has weird but good ideas
Yeah.
for the mob.
I think that it would be funny if well, no, it would be one thing if it's it'd be funny if he's really enthusiastic about the shop. He wants it to be ran well.
He's trying to be
He's like, we need to order
Yeah.
the medium cups. It's a bad Russian accent, but yeah, he's like, we need to order. You know what I'm saying? He's
hey, come on, we need to order.
we need to order the medium cups. Yeah, we need a new order. We need a big order. We need the coffee beans from the mountains. Stuff like that. He's really passionate about the coffee.
Mm-hmm. He's like, you think Nikolai would fit in there? He's like, look at him. He fits in perfect.
Quick camera pans to him. He's
He's
just
just-
Down syndrome. But yeah, I mean, another element would be if the young guy is just trying to get the old guy out of the way because
Right.
he's trying to do schemes that guy can't know about.
Yeah.
So he's just getting him out of Russia
Yeah.
to do that. So that'd be fun. I just think that the dichotomy between
Gangsters and
between like an old hitman, like a hardened, like ice cold hitman.
that has to deal with Down syndrome people. every
Yeah,
day.
like dealing with old age, but also has to like manage Down syndrome people in a coffee shop, like fucking up omelets and shit.
Like every time the giant espresso steamer that's like every time that goes off, he's like reaches for a gun
Yeah,
or like grabs a
Yeah.
knife.
yeah. But then like in the end, it would be a comedy. So in the end, like
Of course, yeah.
he starts to have
He
fun
warms
with
up
it.
to the guys.
Yeah,
I would think
With all of
I
them.
think the climax is the boss decides it's time to shut down the coffee shop, and he's like, no.
yeah. Or maybe like the boss is like, yeah, we were gonna always shut it down
Yeah, yeah.
in general.
Like,
and,
why do you think you're there?
and like he has to try to keep it alive or whatever. Yeah, that'd be fun, dude. I think that'd be a funny one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Thanks, man. I
That
just came
definitely
up
has
with
not been made before.
It's something like that. It's kind of like it's a weird like version of The Ringer.
Yeah,
Kind of.
that's the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, there's definitely things where like guys get retired, like someone else retires them.
It's not the RE word that I thought you were gonna say, but yeah, no.
No, they get retired.
Yeah.
Retired. But you're retired now. But
You're saying, there's a lot of movies where people get retarded for their roles.
yeah. No, we'd be
cast-
authentic.
yeah, of course.
We'd be authentic.
It would be The Ringer sans Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be fun.
Because that cast is hilarious
Yeah.
in The Ringer. Like,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
all
yeah,
great
yeah.
actors.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure the guy that plays Alice's brother on Workaholics is in The Ringer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I think that might have been maybe one of his first bigger roles.
The Ringer? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, that's his coffee
Bradley,
time.
right? Bradley?
Yeah, Bradley.
Yeah.
Yep. I kind of phoned it in on the
The title?
title, but
I think it's a good
it's
title.
fun, yeah.
My title is just as phoned in. All right, I'm going back to the basics. This is a straight up horror movie.
okay.
Maybe a bit camp, maybe like some comedic elements to it. But
You got to stop saying camp. I hate that word ever since that person said it the other
All
day.
right.
I hate that term.
After Danny, a chemist/physicist, loses his wife in an accident, he invents a machine to bring her back to life. However, the machine requires another life to rejuvenate her every week.
Oh,
That's the
shit.
life machine.
So he's got to like sacrifice people.
Yeah. It's the reason why I feel like that's been made before, but I don't think so, is because like people have like, oh, my family died, I'm gonna bring them back to life.
Like Pet
and then
Sematary bullshit.
they turn into like monsters or vampires that need other humans to survive.
Yeah.
But now it's like these people don't know it, and every week he has to like essentially like drug them to get them in the machine and then find a new life to like bring them back to life again.
So like, what's the verdict? Is there like a point where he finds a person whose life he'd rather have than the person he's bringing back, or his wife? like,
No, I think it like catches up with him. I think he lives in like a pretty small town, and they're like, people are going missing.
Is he like clearly a villain, or is he like almost?
He's like the reclusive scientist, and especially after his family dies, people are like,
So he's by no means a protagonist.
No, he's a bit of an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like we side with him, but he's gonna obviously have flaws. Like he's murdering people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sacrificing people is no good. Since
Not-
the dawn of time, really, people have, like, you know,
It
what I mean?
never
Like,
works
the
out.
The only time sacrificing has ever been, like, I guess, putting a shed in a good light or a positive notion is like the Bible. It's like Jesus Christ sacrificing himself.
Yeah, if people sacrifice themselves.
Yeah,
But when other
yeah.
people are like, hey, you need to be a sacrifice.
Yeah. I'm
that-
sacrificing you, you don't have a say.
Those communities, they've not lasted.
Like, dude, even in like Mayan times and shit, like there had to be people like, we really got to kill this 8-year-old girl
there's
right
gotta
now and
be,
drink
there
her
had
blood.
to be so many people that are like, so it's not raining.
Yeah.
we just killed my son
Yeah.
for the rain.
Yeah.
Where's the rain?
Yeah, dude.
That had to have happened all the time.
For sure.
And there's the reason that Mayans aren't around.
Yeah.
They killed everybody. They killed all
Columbus, right?
themselves. Yeah.
Columbus came and just busted up the silence.
The Mayans?
Yeah, didn't Columbus?
Oh yeah. Who were in the Andes? That was the Incas.
Yeah.
Those are the cool ones.
I don't know. I actually don't
I
know.
mean, the Mayans are cool, but like the Incas, they were up in the mountains.
Incas, Aztecs, Mayans. What else are there?
Those are the
That's the only
that's
three?
the Holy Trilogy, yeah.
Holy trilogy, boy. Yeah, that's good. I'm just curious as to how you maintain, like, who is the good guy, because he's almost, it's hard for that to be an anti-hero if he's killing innocent people.
Yeah, but it's like you saw, like we're gonna portray him as this like loving father, obviously, like loving husband.
So he
and
has
father.
kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Initially, I had his wife. I wanted to just keep it one person, but maybe a wife and a kid.
Yeah, you could be a loving husband.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna side with him, obviously, and then this tragedy happens, and then he's gonna kind of become reclusive, and like all the friends that he kind of has that you see like in the first like 20 minutes are kind of gonna be like, well, obviously he's dealing with something, so he's gonna be just in solitude now, and then I don't know how he's gonna explain his wife coming back.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
And like, how's she gonna be? Because she has to know, right? She has to know that she just came back to life.
I don't think so. I think he's gonna be. I think it's gonna be like she died in like a really freak accident where like, she died like instantly in a car crash or something.
Just like a 50 First Dates effect where he just wakes her up with
Yeah,
a
essentially.
videotape and breakfast every morning.
Well,
every
no,
week.
she's gonna like wake up and be like, "What happened?" He's like, "Oh, you had an accident, but you're okay. You just were in like a coma for a little bit, and now you're at home." And
It's
she's gonna
interesting.
be like, "Fine." And then like obviously after a week, she's gonna become like weak with an A.
Yeah.
After a week with 2 E's.
Yeah, she'll be weak.
Yeah, and then he's
Yeah,
gonna
weak.
realize that she's gonna essentially die again.
Yeah,
he's gonna
yeah.
realize he has to do this all over again.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, what if she starts to degrade each time he does it? And
Probably, yeah.
Loses value in the whole process.
Yeah, that could be it too. Maybe he decides like it's just not worth it. Like
Yeah.
I have to like let her go. Like obviously that's the lesson is like you should never.
Kill people to.
Well, never like you need to learn to like let things
Yeah.
go, and like not try to hold on to something that's obviously just going to be detrimental to
Right.
everybody else. Especially
Yeah.
if it's killing people. That's obviously
So
detrimental.
it would retain horror, or would it start to become kind of like? Would it be like a horror, like?
It'd be like a horror drama, I guess.
Yeah.
But also, I don't really want it to be a drama.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be funny if it's like a montage of him just like dragging bodies to like a cellar. Like
yeah.
that. He's like, God damn it, like, and then like just hundreds of like missing or not hundreds, but like a bunch of like missing flyers all around town popping up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be funny. I mean, yeah, that starts to get into horror or comedy, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's good either way. I think it would be easier to try to fall back on comedy in a story
Yeah.
like that because it's so ridiculous.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. What was the title?
The Life Machine.
Life Machine. Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty. I like that.
It's stupid.
That's the Life Machine.
Yeah.
It's a little Life Machine, no biggie. Oh.
I was gonna have her like come back to life with like superpowers, and then the title would be Back in Action, but I don't want her to have superpowers. That's
Yeah.
a completely different movie.
Yeah. That switched up quite a bit.
Because again, it's like I wanted to make it different than like Pet Sematary or all the other like bring back to life movies
Yeah.
where like they come back infected
Fucked
essentially,
up,
like
yeah.
not as good as the original person. But it's like, what if they came back even better?
Yeah.
You know
I,
what I
I
mean?
get that. A little verse. But yeah, then it just becomes,
Like she comes back with like 3 boobs.
yeah, like the girl in Kung
Total
Pao.
Recall.
Oh, Total Recall. I was thinking Kung Pao.
Did she have 3 boobs?
Yeah, the
I
girl,
don't
the girl
remember.
who always like drops out of the tree or whatever has 3 boobs, and he's like, and the guy's tongue is like,
Dude, I need to rewatch
dude,
Kung
that
Pao.
movie's so funny,
Yeah.
dude.
Chosen one. I'm
Chosen,
coming.
I'm coming. Neo, dude, cut open, slashed in half. He's like, "We'll get you Neosporin." No, Neo, Neosporin.
Oh yeah, that
All
movie's
right.
great.
So great. All right, I think that just about does it.
I think so.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, and babies and gentlemen, we've gone again.
I guess it's go time. I guess it's go time.